Okay, I'm here with Andrew Fisher, who is fighting October 29th at Bellator 287 in Milan against Justin Gonzalez. Andrew, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Getting closer now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, man. 12 days out. Big fight this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big fight for me, this one. I'm really excited for it as well. It is a big fight. It's put me to get up for it as well. I feel I'm always motivated, but I feel it gives like a little bit extra motivation.
Yeah. So what's the plan for these next 12 days? When are you heading out to Milan?
I head out to Milan next Wednesday,
Hmm.
so just like 3 days before the weigh-ins, 3 days before the weigh-ins. Um, I'm pretty much done for sparring now. I'll do. I'll still be working hard this week. But I won't be sparring. I'll do like sparring drills just so I can keep my eye in. But it's just making sure I don't get injured now. So I've just kind of going with like trusted training partners now. And I've still got a little bit of my skills stuff I want to work on, stuff that I'll make sure I'm doing good on the day as well. So that's my plan for the next week, really.
Let's talk about the fight then. Justin
Uh,
Gonzalez, eight ranked guy in the division. So how big of an opportunity do you feel this is?
yeah, it's massive for us. I feel I'm always the underdog. I can't remember a time when
Hmm.
I haven't been the guy who's just been brought in to get beat for the other guy. And I don't really feel it's any different now, but I feel I keep upsetting it, and I'm going to keep upsetting it still. Um, and I feel I'm just getting better every fight, and every year I'm just getting better and better.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on him as an opponent when you look at his game? He's obviously had a few fights in Bellator now. He was LFA champion, I think. What are your thoughts on him?
So it used to be just predominantly wrestler, really, just quite grind people out and stuff. But I think his last three fights in Bellator, he has hit on his wrestling a little bit, but not much really. He's supposed to stand a bit more. I feel he is an athlete. He's explosive and he's fast and he's fit. Um, I feel I don't think his skill set, boxing and kickboxing, is as good as mine, or grappling. Obviously, he's a good wrestler, Division One wrestler. Um, I suppose if it was a straight wrestling match, he'd probably beat us, but it's not. You know, there's a lot of other things in there, so it just all depends if he can get his stuff together. Obviously, using his wrestling to kind of blend his boxing as well. And say that goes for him, and see how it is. And just hopefully all the stuff I've planned and practiced and got better at, hopefully I can all piece it together on the day.
Mm. You mentioned obviously that Division One wrestling background. Is that something that you would look to find specific partners for when sparring, or do you not really worry
Yeah,
about that?
no, no, definitely. So I do spend a lot of time doing that stuff anyway because I feel we're kind of in England we've been a bit behind with that, but I feel we've kind of caught up a bit now in MMA wrestling. Like I say, if it was just straight wrestling where you bent over at the hips, a different story. But I feel that MMA wrestling, and I feel like I spend a lot of time practicing attacks and defense of with the strikes, and on the fence as well. I do a lot of stuff on the fence, so I feel I'm getting better that way. And like I say, there's not a lot of people in England who are like a really high level. And obviously they're trying to find somebody who's my weight as well and similar to the guy. So, but I went down and trained with Mike Grundy. So he was like a massive help to us as well. He was just such a nice guy as well. Like if he thought there was anything I would do better, he wasn't egotistical or dick. He would just say, "Oh, what if you tried this as well?" Whereas eh, I don't know him, he doesn't know me. He could just be,
Yeah.
look, let's just have a fight sort of thing in the spawn. And afterwards, he's really helpful. He was lovely.
Yeah.
And there's a French guy called Anthony Dizzy. I don't know if you know him. He fights in PFL, but I remember him a few years ago. He beat one of my training partners. It just absolutely messed him up with wrestling. And he was actually one of the best pure wrestlers I've ever trained with for MMA. I can't believe how good he was at wrestling for being from France. So I flew over there trained with him, and he was exactly the same as Grundy. He was so helpful. I always ask people when I finished. It doesn't matter if I've done good or bad. I'll always say, "Oh, like, how do you think I've done? Is there anything you can give? Any tips you can give us?" And the more than happy to help us out normally.
Yeah. Obviously you mentioned Grundy there, of course, Commonwealth wrestler. He's really, in terms of MMA wrestling and like straight wrestling, he's one of the best the country's got. So
Oh, Grundy, yeah, absolutely. And the fact that he's one of the best wrestlers in the country anyway, and the fact that he does MMA,
yeah,
that's what the problem is normally. I can probably find some wrestlers, but ones that actually do MMA as well, because I feel a lot of the stuff it doesn't translate over very well. It's just a different sport. There's definitely some bits that you need, but some of it, like a lot of the hand fighting stuff, there's a lot of time spent doing that where you don't really need it as much.
yeah. There's just so much. There's so many more things to worry about in MMA, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
Obviously, in wrestling, you haven't got to worry about someone throwing up a triangle or
yeah.
Uh,
So finding people who actually do MMA was
yeah,
very helpful, and that's why it was worth us doing the trips around. Like you see, going to France, spar with Dizzy, and driving down to Liverpool to spar with Mike Grundy.
yeah, of course. You're on a great run at the minute. No losses since 2016. You had a bit of a break in there, of course, too. But what do you put this success and this consistency down to? Really, since 10 and 30, pretty much.
Um, so I got signed by Bellator in 2013, and then I lost two fights, and then I came out. I had another fight, and I lost that. And it's easy to make all the excuses in the world about what happened. Like the ref done us over here, the judge done us over here. Um, but I kind of like just accepted the fact that I wasn't good enough, and then I was like, well, what am I going to do to get better? So it was just doing a lot of research. Um, and just really trying to figure out how I can get my skill set better, and I feel like I really have, and I feel I'm on the track to get even better still. Um, I just don't, with the mindset I've got for training now and learning, I don't see how I can stop getting better.
Mm.
Like it's just every time I go to the gym, I feel I'm working on something. Um, it's very hard to see. I haven't got an ego because like I obviously have because I want to get better and stuff, and I am annoyed if I lose rounds or if I get caught with stuff. But I also understand that it's not the end of the world, and that I need that to kind of to go away and to have a bit of research and to ask questions to people, and then and how can I not keep getting better if I keep doing that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously you're balancing fighting at a high level, of course, with running the gym day to day as well. So how do
Four
you
kids
manage
as
that?
well.
What was that?
Four kids as well.
Yeah, of course, man. How do you manage that? How do you balance all of that?
Everybody kind of asks us this, and I'm not really sure. Because I'm a very hands-on dad as well. I do all the school runs, take my kids to the clubs, like put them to bed. And my partner helps me so much, with the gym, and she always makes sure she has the baby so I can get my time to do my extra stuff. There's definitely times where I think I would love to get some more training in, but I've got business stuff or stuff to do with my kids, so I don't get the opportunity. And there's other times when I need to do some more stuff for my gym, and stuff like that, and I don't get a chance because I definitely need to train then. So I feel like from when I get up at 6 in the morning to when I go to bed at like 10:30 at night, I do not stop. And then obviously there's just there. I'm just getting my daughter to sleep. I'm on the phone to you now, and then my partner will come back. Then we'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit drilling with the noodles just in the living room. Where do the boxing noodles. We'll practice some defensive stuff, and then be time for bed. And that's me pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
Um, I feel a bit anxious if I'm sitting about and I've got nothing to do. So it kind of keeps my mind busy, I think. So I wouldn't have it any other way. And everything I do, like my business, fighting, and my kids, I love all of it. Like it's not like a chore for us. It's what I would do for free anyway. It's like where some people play on the computer. And don't get us wrong, if I had time, I'd probably like to do that as well, but I don't. But I really, really enjoy all the stuff I do.
Yeah. So I'm appreciative of your time now. You mentioned all of that, man. Even more so. Yeah. Just as we like get towards the end here, there's some big fights in the UFC this weekend. I'd love to get some picks. Oliveira and Islam Makhachev. How do you see that one going down?
Like I'm always wrong, so definitely don't put any money. But I think Oliveira.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. Who you picking?
Um, leaning Oliveira, but
Yeah,
I can still go either way, to be honest.
same. It's just a close fight. I just but I'm going Oliveira. I just feel that. I'm not saying he can sub Islam off his back, but I feel he can definitely put enough danger up there for him to create scrambles or sweep him, or get back to his feet. And so I'm going Oliveira. Peter Yan is my favourite, and I can see him picking apart. What's it called?
Sean O'Malley.
No, Sean O'Malley. Yes, sorry. I'd say picking apart O'Malley. Similar to what he done to Corey Sandhagen, but like a bit better. I think Corey's a bit better than Sean O'Malley, but same again, like time will tell, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And the other one on that card is TJ Dillashaw, Aljamain Sterling. Anything on that?
I never used to like Aljamain very much. I think it was, when he kind of like, he definitely deserved to win the belt off when Jan needed him in the head, But I just thought he milked it a bit afterwards when he didn't need to. Like I understand, I thought Jan should have definitely been disqualified. But then I've been watching his YouTube channel and stuff like that, and I think he seems like a really smart guy, and I actually really, really like him. Do I think he'll be TJ though? No, I think TJ's going to win that one.
Yeah. All right. Just finally, as we finish off here, when fans tune in Bellator 287, of course on iPlayer here, but Showtime in the States, October 29th. What can they expect when yourself and Justin Gonzalez enter the cage?
I think it's the same every time I fight. I'll be walking forward. They'll start off strong. They'll be feeling very confident at first, but then as the round goes down, they'll be realizing I'm not going anywhere, and they'll start feeling how hard I'm hitting them, and he'll start getting a little doubt in his head, and then we'll kind of go from there really. And then if he stays in the fight and trying to win, I think I'll finish him. If he doesn't, he starts to back off and tries to play out. I might just end up winning by decision because he doesn't want to engage anymore.
All right. Perfect. I want to thank you for the time today, Andrew. Best of luck next Friday night in Milan.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's good. Bye.